My brothers and sisters, I stand before you today with a message straight from the heart. There's a truth I want you to hear, a truth that's been echoing in my spirit. You've been given wings, yes, wings, that have been placed within you by the hand of God to soar higher than you've ever imagined. But many of you are walking around with your wings folded up, not trusting that they can carry you through the storms, the trials, and the uncertainty of life. You see, the enemy wants you to believe that you're grounded, that you'll never fly, but I'm here to tell you today, it's time to trust your wings. Don't you dare doubt the strength inside of you. Don't you dare let fear keep you from what's already in your possession. There is greatness in your flight. There is power in your wings. It's time to rise, to stretch out, and to let your faith carry you higher than you've ever been. If you can trust what God has placed inside you, then the sky is not the limit. It's only the beginning. And then from there, things open up for you. Life is limitless, unstoppable, unlimited, unscored to you. 1. Embrace your potential. You have within you a reservoir of untapped potential, a strength and power that is often hidden behind the fears, doubts, and insecurities that life presents. But there comes a moment in every person's life when they must come face to face with the truth. You were not created to be ordinary. You were not designed to live a life of limitations or to be constrained by what others think of you or even what you think about yourself. Your potential is limitless, and it is time to realize it. Potential is not something that can be seen with the eyes alone. It is something that must be felt deep within your spirit. It's an energy, a force that lies dormant, waiting for the right moment to be unleashed. But often we spend our lives doubting what is inside of us, questioning whether we have what it takes to break through the challenges and rise above the obstacles that stand in our way. We look around and see the success of others, and we wonder why we haven't reached that level yet, why our path hasn't unfolded the way we expected. But here's the truth. Potential is not about where you are right now. It's about where you are going. It's not about what others have accomplished. It's about what you are destined to accomplish. The dreams you have, the vision in your heart, the gifts that have been uniquely given to you, they are all part of the plan for your life. You may not see it now, but every step you take, every challenge you face, and every moment of struggle is shaping you into the person you need to become to manifest that potential. What often holds us back from embracing our true potential is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping out of our comfort zone. But I need you to hear this loud and clear. Fear is a liar. Fear tries to convince you that you aren't good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you'll never succeed. But fear doesn't know you like God knows you. Fear doesn't understand the purpose that has been placed in your life. Fear doesn't know the strength that is inside of you. When you embrace your potential, you start to see yourself not through the lens of your past mistakes or current struggles, but through the eyes of possibility. You begin to realize that every setback was a setup for something greater. Every disappointment was leading you closer to your purpose. You start to understand that your journey is uniquely yours and no one can walk it but you. The power of embracing your potential is that it opens doors that you didn't even know existed. It stretches you beyond your limits and forces you to believe in something greater than what you see in front of you. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. It's about pushing past the doubts, the fears, and the obstacles, and pressing forward with the belief that you were made for more. As you embrace your potential, you also begin to tap into the divine wisdom and guidance that has been given to you. You start to recognize that you are not in this alone. The Creator has equipped you with everything you need to succeed. The strength, the wisdom, the vision, and the courage are all there waiting for you to tap into them. The resources you need are already on their way, and when you step into the fullness of your potential, you'll begin to see them manifest in your life. There's an undeniable energy that comes with embracing your potential. It shifts your mindset, it changes your attitude, and it transforms the way you view challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you'll begin to see them as stepping stones, opportunities to grow and expand. You will no longer be content with living a life of mediocrity. You'll start to dream bigger, aim higher, and push harder because you'll realize that the potential within you is far greater than anything you've ever imagined. But the key to unlocking this potential lies in your ability to trust. Trust that the journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust that every setback is part of your story and that it will only make you stronger. Trust that you have everything inside of you to make your dreams a reality. Trust that your wings are ready, waiting to take flight. When you embrace your potential, you are taking the first step toward the life you were always meant to live. 2. Overcome fear and self-doubt. Fear and self-doubt are two of the most powerful forces that can paralyze a person's progress, keeping them from stepping into the greatness that lies just beyond the barrier of their comfort zone. These forces often whisper in our minds, trying to convince us that we are not enough, that we are not worthy of success, or that we are not capable of achieving our dreams. But let me tell you something, fear and self-doubt are nothing more than illusions, distractions, designed to hold you back from becoming the person you were created to be. Fear in particular is an interesting thing. It is an emotion that has been hardwired into our human experience for survival, but in the context of our dreams and aspirations, it becomes a hindrance rather than a help. Fear can show up in many forms. It might be the fear of failure, the overwhelming thought that if you try and fall short, you will be seen as inadequate. It might be the fear of rejection, the idea that others will criticize or dismiss you, making you feel small or unimportant. Or it might even be the fear of success, the unsettling feeling that if you truly succeed, your life will change in ways that you may not be ready to handle. Fear thrives on uncertainty. It makes you doubt yourself, telling you that the unknown is a dangerous place and that staying where you are, even in discomfort, is safer than taking the leap into the unfamiliar. Self-doubt feeds off of these fears. It is the voice inside your head that says, "Who do you think you are?" Or, "You'll never be good enough." Self-doubt makes you question your abilities, your worth, and your potential. It holds you captive in a state of indecision and insecurity, preventing you from taking action. But self-doubt doesn't come from a place of truth. It comes from a place of fear. It's rooted in the false belief that your value is determined by your past mistakes, your failures, or the limitations that others have placed on you. It makes you believe that you are defined by what hasn't worked out instead of recognizing that you are defined by your capacity to try again, to keep moving forward. Overcoming fear and self-doubt requires a shift in your mindset. You must begin to see fear not as a roadblock, but as a signal that you are on the brink of something significant. Every time fear shows up, it's an indication that you are pushing toward new ground, stretching beyond what you've known, and stepping into the territory of growth. If you can reframe fear in this way, it becomes less of an enemy and more of a guide, helping you recognize the places in your life where you need to step up and take action. The key to overcoming self-doubt lies in understanding your true worth. Self-doubt thrives in the absence of self-belief. When you don't know who you are or what you are capable of, self-doubt will take root and flourish. But when you recognize your value, when you realize that you are worthy of success, love, and all the good things life has to offer, self-doubt loses its power over you. You must learn to affirm yourself and silence the negative thoughts that try to undermine your confidence. Remind yourself of your strengths, of your past victories, and of the dreams that you are working toward. When you focus on what you have already accomplished, you start to build the foundation of self-belief that will carry you through the inevitable challenges ahead. Another crucial aspect of overcoming fear and self-doubt is taking action. It's easy to sit in the grip of fear, letting it paralyze you and keep you stuck in place. But nothing silences fear and self-doubt like movement. Even if you start small, take one step forward. The act of moving toward your goal, despite the fear, proves to yourself that you are capable, that you are stronger than the doubts that try to hold you back. The more you take action, the more you prove to yourself that fear and self-doubt do not have control over you. Every step you take in the direction of your dreams strengthens your courage and diminishes the power of the negative voices inside your head. In moments when fear and self-doubt seem overwhelming, remember that you are not alone. Many successful individuals have faced these same challenges. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is the willingness to face those fears head-on and keep moving despite them. It is not the absence of fear that leads to success, but the ability to continue in the face of it. When you refuse to let fear define you, when you challenge the lies of self-doubt, you open the door to limitless possibilities. You begin to realize that the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your own willingness to trust yourself and take that first step forward. 3. Trust the process of growth. Growth is not always a linear journey. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's certainly not something that can be rushed. The process of growth often involves moments of discomfort, confusion, and uncertainty. But in those moments, it's important to remember that growth is happening, even when you can't immediately see it. Trusting the process of growth is an act of faith that requires patience, persistence, and the belief that every experience, whether good or bad, is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. We live in a world that constantly demands immediate results. We are taught to expect quick fixes and fast success, but real growth doesn't happen that way. True growth takes time. It's a gradual unfolding, one that requires you to show up, put in the work, and trust that each step, no matter how small, is contributing to your development. It's easy to get discouraged when the progress isn't as fast as we'd like, or when it seems like we're stuck in the same place for too long. But in those moments, we must remind ourselves that growth isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey, the lessons learned along the way, and the person we are becoming in the process. Growth is often messy. It can feel chaotic, like things are falling apart, when in reality they are falling into place. Sometimes the process requires us to shed old beliefs, habits, and patterns that no longer serve us. It forces us to face parts of ourselves that we've been avoiding, to confront our weaknesses and insecurities. But this discomfort is necessary. Without it, there would be no room for change. Without the challenge, there would be no opportunity for transformation. Trusting the process means trusting that the discomfort you're experiencing is a sign of growth. It's an indication that you are being stretched, that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, and that you are becoming the best version of yourself. One of the most challenging aspects of trusting the process is learning to embrace uncertainty. Growth doesn't come with a clear roadmap. There's no manual that outlines exactly how to navigate each stage of your personal or professional development. This uncertainty can feel unsettling, especially when you don't know what's ahead or if what you're doing is even the right thing. But it's in the uncertainty that true growth occurs. When we trust the process, we learn to take the next step even when the path isn't clearly marked. We start to trust our instincts, to rely on our inner guidance, and to have faith that everything will fall into place at the right time. Trusting the process also requires the ability to persevere when faced with setbacks and challenges. There will be times when you encounter obstacles that make you question whether you're on the right path. You may face failures, rejections, or moments of doubt that make you wonder if all your efforts have been in vain. But these setbacks are not signs of failure. They are part of the growth process. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to learn, to grow stronger, and to refine your skills. When you trust the process, you understand that these moments are not the end. They are simply part of the journey. You learn to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, knowing that each step brings you closer to your goals. Another important aspect of trusting the process of growth is recognizing that progress is not always visible. Sometimes growth happens on the inside long before it manifests on the outside. You may not see the fruits of your labor right away, and that can be frustrating. But just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Often the most significant growth takes place beneath the surface. You may not see the changes in yourself right away, but others will notice. You will begin to feel more confident, more capable, and more aligned with your purpose. When you trust the process, you trust that the work you are putting in, even when it seems invisible, is leading to something bigger than what you can currently comprehend. Patience is a critical element of trusting the process of growth. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, it can be difficult to stay the course when progress feels slow. But real, lasting growth takes time. It's like planting a seed. You don't expect it to sprout overnight, and you don't constantly dig it up to check on its progress. Instead, you water it, nurture it, and trust that in time it will grow into something beautiful. Your personal and professional growth works in the same way. You must trust that each step, no matter how small, is building a solid foundation for the future. And when you trust the process, you understand that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Ultimately, trusting the process of growth means surrendering control and accepting that things may not always unfold as you expect. It means trusting that the path you're on is leading you exactly where you need to go, even if you can't see the end result right now. Growth requires you to let go of the need to have everything figured out and to have faith that the process will lead you to the place you were always meant to be. 4. Understand that failure is part of flight. Failure is often seen as something to avoid, something that marks the end of a journey or the confirmation of inadequacy. But what if we were to view failure differently? What if, instead of seeing failure as a defeat, we began to understand that it is an essential part of the process, a necessary step in the journey toward success? Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of it. It's in the moments when we fail that we learn the most, that we are challenged to grow, and that we are ultimately prepared for the greatness that awaits us. When you take flight, whether metaphorically or literally, there are moments when you will stumble. You may face turbulence, you may experience setbacks, and you may even fall. But falling is not the end. It's part of the flight. Birds, for instance, don't learn to fly by soaring flawlessly from the very first attempt. They fall, they flap their wings, they adjust, and they rise again. Every failure they encounter brings them one step closer to mastering the skies. Similarly, when we embark on any new endeavor, failure becomes an integral part of the process. It teaches us, molds us, and equips us with the resilience and strength needed to achieve our dreams. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking risks or pursuing their passions. Many stay grounded, confined by the notion that failing means they are not good enough, that they are not cut out for success. But this kind of thinking is what keeps people from flying. If you are going to soar, you must first be willing to fall. You must embrace the possibility of failure as part of your personal growth. Without failure, there is no real learning. Without falling, there's no way to learn how to get back up. The most successful individuals in the world didn't achieve greatness by avoiding failure. They achieved it by understanding that failure is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone on the way to success. Failure is a teacher, a guide that shows us what doesn't work so that we can adjust and try again. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insight into the areas that need improvement. You learn what you need to do differently, how you can refine your strategy, and what adjustments you need to make in order to move forward. But none of this can happen unless you are willing to fail, to try, to risk. Without the willingness to fail, you can never truly experience the success that awaits you on the other side. One of the hardest truths to accept is that failure is often inevitable. No one has ever achieved anything significant without encountering challenges and setbacks along the way. The journey to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and obstacles that require you to learn new skills, develop new perspectives, and adapt in ways you never expected. But rather than letting these challenges discourage you, let them fuel your determination. When you understand that failure is part of the process, you begin to see it as an opportunity rather than a setback. You begin to see it as a necessary component of the flight, a part of your growth and evolution as a person. The key to understanding failure is realizing that it is not a reflection of your worth. Failing at something doesn't mean you are a failure. It simply means you haven't yet figured out how to succeed in that particular area. Failure is a temporary state, a moment in time that can be overcome. But what truly matters is how you respond to failure. Do you let it define you? Do you let it convince you to give up on your dreams? Or do you rise up, dust yourself off, and keep going? Your response to failure is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's the ability to learn from failure, to persist in the face of challenges, and to trust the process that leads to ultimate success. In the world of flight, there's a saying, you can't soar like an eagle if you're hanging out with turkeys. This saying speaks to the importance of resilience in the face of failure. It's not the falling that determines your fate, it's the getting back up. The perseverance, the ability to rise again after every setback. The most successful people in the world are not those who have never failed, they are the ones who have failed. Learn from it, and continue to move forward with even greater strength and wisdom. Failure, in essence, is a prerequisite for growth. It forces you to confront your weaknesses, face your fears, and challenge your limits. Without failure, you would never know how far you could go, how much you could endure, or how high you could rise. Failure is not something to be feared or avoided, it's something to be embraced. It is a natural part of the journey, a necessary component of success. When you understand that failure is part of flight, you will no longer be afraid to take risks, to aim high, and to soar to new heights. So as you step into your future, don't shy away from failure. Welcome it as a friend, as a mentor that will guide you toward greater success. You know that every failure you encounter is simply a sign that you are on the right path, that you are reaching for something higher. The higher you aim, the more likely you are to encounter turbulence, but also the greater the rewards. And in the end, it is through failure that you will learn how to fly. 5. Believe in the power of your wings. There is a power within you, a force so strong, so unwavering that it can carry you through the most difficult of times. This power is not something external, it resides within you, waiting to be tapped into. It is the strength of your belief in yourself, your belief in your ability to rise above challenges, and your belief that you are capable of achieving things that others may think impossible. This power is your wings, and when you truly believe in the power of your wings, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So often we are taught to look outside ourselves for validation and strength. We seek approval from others, wait for the perfect moment, or rely on external circumstances to determine our success. But the truth is that all the strength you need is already within you. You have been given wings, not just to survive, but to soar. The wings are symbolic of the gifts, talents, and abilities that lie dormant within you, waiting for you to recognize their potential. The moment you believe in the power of your wings, you begin to understand that you are capable of far more than you've ever imagined. Belief in your wings means trusting that you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. It's about recognizing that the strength, resilience, and wisdom you seek are already a part of who you are. Too often, people spend their lives searching for something outside of themselves, hoping that if they find the right answer, the right opportunity, or the right person, they'll be able to achieve their dreams. But the reality is that the key to your success lies within you. It is your own belief in your potential that will unlock the doors to greatness. The power of your wings is not limited by your past experiences or mistakes. It is not defined by what others have said about you or the doubts you have carried with you for years. Your wings are not weighed down by your failures. They are strengthened by them. Every time you fall, every time you stumble, your wings become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of carrying you to new heights. Failure is not the end of the journey. It is part of the process. It is in overcoming failure, in pushing through challenges, that your wings are refined and your strength is amplified. The power of your wings is built through perseverance, courage, and the unwavering belief that no matter what happens, you are capable of rising again. To believe in the power of your wings is to believe in the possibility of change. It's to understand that no matter where you are in life, no matter how many obstacles you faced or how far you feel from your goals, you have the ability to take flight. Your wings may not always feel strong, and sometimes it may seem like you're stuck on the ground, but it's in those moments that you must remind yourself that you are capable of more than you realize. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone, every time you take a leap of faith, you give your wings the chance to grow and to carry you further than you've ever gone before. When you believe in your wings, you stop doubting yourself. You stop second-guessing your decisions and questioning your worth. You understand that you are worthy of success, that you are deserving of all the opportunities that come your way, and that you have the power within you to make your dreams a reality. Belief in yourself is the first step toward creating the life you desire. Belief in yourself is really the first step toward creating the life you desire. Let your faith guide you to new heights. When you trust in the power of your wings, you are no longer afraid to take risks, to go after what you want, or to step into your full potential. You trust that your wings will carry you even when the path ahead is unclear or uncertain. Belief in the power of your wings also means letting go of fear and doubt. Fear often keeps us grounded, holding us back from pursuing our passions and reaching for our dreams. But fear has no place when you believe in your own abilities. Fear may try to hold you back, but when you trust in the power of your wings, you know that you have the strength to face whatever comes your way. You understand that fear is simply a sign that you are about to step into new territory, that you are about to challenge yourself in ways you never have before. And rather than letting fear control you, you use it as fuel to propel yourself forward. In addition, believing in the power of your wings means trusting the timing of your journey. We often compare ourselves to others and feel like we are falling behind when our progress doesn't look like someone else's. But the truth is that each of us has our own unique path to walk, and our wings will unfold at the right time. Trusting in the power of your wings means having faith that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't look the way you thought it would. You are on your own path, and every step you take is bringing you closer to your destination. When you truly believe in the power of your wings, you begin to soar. You let go of the doubts, the fears, and the limitations that have held you back for so long. You trust that no matter what the world throws at you, your wings will carry you through. You are capable of flying higher than you ever imagined. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is your belief in yourself. So, spread your wings, take flight, and trust that the power within you is more than enough to carry you to the heights of your dreams. 6. Let your faith guide you to new heights. Faith is a powerful force, one that can carry you through the most challenging of circumstances and propel you toward heights you never imagined possible. It is the belief in something greater than yourself, a trust in the unseen, and an unwavering confidence that no matter what happens, you will not be abandoned. Faith is not just about believing in the things you can see or understand. It's about believing in the process, in the journey, and in the strength that lies within you. Letting your faith guide you to new heights means trusting in something beyond your current circumstances. Trusting that no matter how difficult the road ahead may seem, there is something greater waiting for you on the other side. The journey to new heights requires courage, and courage often arises from faith. It's easy to stay comfortable, to remain in a place where you know the outcome, even if that place no longer serves you. But true growth happens when you step out of that comfort zone and trust in the unseen forces that are guiding you. Faith is the force that pushes you to take risks, to try something new, and to keep moving forward when the path ahead is unclear. Without faith, it's easy to become discouraged, to feel as if the challenges are too great to overcome. But when you let your faith lead you, you begin to see obstacles not as barriers but as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your purpose. Faith allows you to believe in yourself, even when others might not see your potential. There will always be doubters, those who question your ability to succeed or wonder if your dreams are unrealistic. But your faith in yourself must be stronger than the doubts of others. You must trust that your journey is yours alone, that you are equipped with everything you need to succeed, even when others can't see it. Your faith must be unwavering, and it must come from a place deep within you. It's about trusting your intuition, your instincts, and the wisdom that lies in your heart. When you believe in yourself and trust the guidance that comes from within, you open the door to infinite possibilities. Faith is not just about believing in the future, it's about trusting the present moment. So often we become fixated on what's next, on what we hope to achieve, that we forget to trust the process we're in right now. Every moment, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, is part of your growth and your journey to new heights. Faith allows you to see the beauty in the present, to understand that even the struggles and challenges you face today are preparing you for the success that is to come. Trusting in the process means embracing the ups and downs, knowing that every step, no matter how difficult, is necessary for your development. Your faith in the present moment strengthens your belief in the future. To let your faith guide you, you must also learn to let go of control. It's easy to want to have everything planned out, to know exactly how everything will unfold, but faith requires you to surrender to the unknown, to trust that even when things don't go according to your plan, they are still going according to a greater plan. The need for control can be suffocating, and it can prevent you from experiencing the fullness of what's ahead. When you let go and allow faith to take the lead, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences that you may have never considered before. Faith helps you let go of the fear that comes from uncertainty and embrace the possibilities that lie in the unknown. Faith also teaches you resilience. There will be times when you face setbacks, failures, and disappointments. It's easy to let these moments define you, to feel as though your dreams are too far out of reach, or that you are not strong enough to persevere. But faith reminds you that setbacks are not permanent. It reminds you that failure is not the end, but rather a lesson on the road to success. One of faith's biggest competitors is luck. Every time you face a challenge, faith encourages you to rise again, to try once more, and to trust that the next step will lead you closer to your goal. The strength that comes from faith lies in your ability to keep going even when it feels like everything is falling apart. It's about finding hope in the midst of adversity and knowing that each day brings you closer to your destination. Faith also connects you to something larger than yourself. When you allow your faith to guide you, you align yourself with a higher purpose, something beyond your personal desires or ambitions. It connects you to the collective energy of those who have walked similar paths, those who have believed in something greater and found strength in that belief. Faith brings a sense of unity, knowing that you are not alone on this journey. It offers a sense of peace and reassurance, knowing that you are part of a much larger plan, one that is unfolding in its own time. The power of faith is that it allows you to see beyond your current circumstances. When things seem difficult, when you are faced with doubt and fear, faith enables you to look beyond the present moment and trust that there is something greater on the horizon. It helps you to believe in what you cannot yet see, to hold on to the vision of what's to come, even when it feels like everything around you is telling you otherwise. Faith gives you the courage to keep moving forward, knowing that the path you are on is leading you to new heights. When you let your faith guide you, you open yourself to the possibility of transformation. You allow yourself to grow in ways you never thought possible, to discover new strengths and capabilities within you. With faith, there is no limit to what you can achieve, no height that is too high to reach. Faith empowers you to step into your purpose, to take bold action, and to trust that the journey, no matter how challenging, is worth every step. Let your faith guide you to new heights, and you will discover a strength within yourself that you never knew existed.